Hey, Shalom. All right, we the biblical Hebrew Israelites. All right, according to the scripture. All right, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. Okay, and those of you mingle among the heathen and speckled birds. All right, we come out here every week in the chief place of concourse, all right, to prophesy the downfall of who you sheep will ignorantly refer to as America, which is, among other titles, Babylon the Great, according to the scriptures. All right, and to warn you Israelites, all right, that sudden destruction is coming, and that you need to turn back to the one you ignorantly call God in Jesus Christ. All right, all right. Before we get started, we're going to give all glory, honor, and praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the venerable apostles of the great millstone law, of the elders who are ruling well. And we want to say salutations to you Akim out there fighting the good fight. All right, doing this work, sincerely, truthfully throughout the four corners of the earth. All right. And yeah, you know, we're waiting on the other Ak. Lord willing, he'll be here pulling up in a minute. All right. And we're just going to jump right into it. We just going to kind of do an open forum. You know, hey, y'all know what's going on in the world right now, you know? Let's get, unless you got something, let's get second Ezra.
Second Ezra? 15?
Yeah, let's get second Ezra 6.
6? Okay,
Y'all know what's going on in this world, man. Yeah. You know, y'all, even if you're watching, like the brother says, the fluff news,
yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Even if you're watching mainstream media, okay, you're seeing things like bottlenecking in the ports,
yeah.
You know, delays and disruptions all throughout the earth regarding the supply chains, right?
Yeah.
You know, and if you got
anything, really fast, and the brother is right. I just did a lesson on this on the way up here through the Spirit, and they are shoving this down your throat. Every other article is something about the famine and about, you know, those the bottleneck, you know what I'm saying, ships or whatever.
Right.
Like the brother was talking about, and they're doing that to basically get your subconscious ready to absorb what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Because they've been doing this for years through their media, through their movies, and if they didn't do it that way, more people would revolt and be against it. But since they're using, you know, that sleight of hand, which Evil E does, through gradualism, through incrementalism, you're going to be more ready to accept it once it happens because you've already been subconsciously, you know, introduced to it.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful, man. And they like the brother said, they do things very methodically, man. They work off a timetable. Now the Most High is pushing them right now. Okay, he's speeding them up. Okay, because you know, this is the end, man. All right, so now they're starting to do what? They're starting to get sloppy. They're starting to make, you know, rash decisions. They're overplaying their hands, so to speak.
Yeah.
But what I was wanting to get into, you know, I was even in the store the other day looking at some of the sparseness of the shelves, man. You know, a lot of holes. Like we was in Walmart, and I was just kind of looking around, and you know, it's already, we seeing it here. You know, you're seeing it everywhere. Okay, one of these days you're gonna wake up, and you won't just be able to go and get whatever it is you want to get. See, you Americans are spoiled, man.
Yeah.
You know, you've always had everything right there. You know, this is a microwave society, but pretty soon these storehouses that were once full are gonna be empty, man.
That's right.
You
Hey,
know?
and real fast before we get into that, I got something. Isaiah 29:15. Woe to them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us, who knoweth us? And this whole thing is part of their NWO plan, part of their scheme, okay, to basically use food, okay, use the bare necessities, the basic needs of life to use as leverage against people, man.
That's right.
All right, and they've been doing this under the radar. They've been doing this, okay, Micah 2 and West States, man. All right, because it's in the power of their hand.
That's right.
You know.
That's right. Hey, beautiful.
I can get that one.
Yeah, go ahead, because I was thinking of the Micahs.
Yep.
You know, Micahs were right now, like the brother said, they're still these elites. All right, the Dukes of Edom. Okay, these Jewish and bankers, they're still in the power seat. Okay, so. They're doing all kinds. They're throwing out all kinds of enchantments. All right, they're going to their gods, which ultimately they're going to Satan. All right, and they're devising up all these schemes. Okay, and they have their secret council. But like the brother just read, hey, woe's coming to them for that, man.
Yeah,
because they think they literally think they are doing things in secret and nobody's gonna find out about it. We know about the
We know
about the Council on Foreign Relations.
Come on, man.
We know about all that. We know about your Freemasonic societies. We know all of this stuff, man. Through the power and spirit out by Samir, he revealed all that, man.
The skirt has been lifted.
That's
man.
right, bro.
Micah 2:1. Oh, you had something?
No, I'm gonna get that, but you get that. Yeah.
Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. All right, that's coming, man. And the morning's about to be light when they're practicing it right now, but they're about to go into full force. All right, as pursuing the Revelation 12 and 12, man.
Right.
All right, because they know they have but a short time, so now they're about to put the squeeze on people, man. Either you're gonna get down with our program or you're gonna lay down.
That's right, brother.
And it's coming. We're right on the cusp of that happening.
Yeah, like brother even did a lesson. Get down and lay down.
Yep.
And that's because they're gonna be look. His days of trying to sweet talk you. You know what happened when the so-called white man came to the Americas, right? His words were smoother than butter.
Yep.
Right. But what was in his heart?
Drawn swords. Wars in his heart, and behind his back was drawn swords.
And behind his back was drawn sword.
Yeah.
They're getting to the time now where they don't give a shit no more.
Right.
They ain't gonna care about the sweet words, man.
Yep.
This devil, creepy. He done told you, man, we're gonna do whatever it takes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah.
So they're getting ready to come, man.
Yeah.
They're getting ready to come. But
and then they're right now demonizing the ones that don't have no Vanessa, man.
yeah. Well, I even seen an article which I think you probably seen it. They're saying that the reason they're gonna blame the unjabbed for this bottlenecking and this court blockage issue, man.
Yeah.
So who do you think they're gonna come after first? You Israelite. Primarily they're gonna against the prophets first and foremost.
That's right.
Right, but then they're gonna come against everybody because you got heathen and even Edomites that are anti some of these agendas and some of these initiatives this madman has.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But their ultimate target is you Israelites.
That's right. That's right.
This is Isaiah chapter 47. You can speak on it. In verse 1, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
That's right. And for the longest, their operation, the beast and their whole kingdom, has been called tender and delicate because it hasn't been touched, man. It was once the hammer of the whole earth, man. People were scared to come up against Babylon the Great, scared. But now everybody's like, hey, the Lord is opening up the armies of all these nations that surround him, man.
Yeah.
All right, and read that. Read it again.
Come on, brother.
Yeah.
Isaiah chapter 47 and 1, and it reads, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
And the virgin daughter of Babylon is talking about America, man. Okay, and that dust represents confusion and a low place that sit on the ground. Okay, sit on the ground because right now they're exalted. They're in a high place, but the Lord is going to knock them down to the ground, to the size of the pit, man.
That's right, brother. That's right. It says, sit on the ground.
Yep.
There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans.
And that's when Yahushua comes back and heaps all those crowns on his head, and that main crown is America, Babylon the Great, because the NATO and EU they're splitting up, man. All right, these kingdoms are against each other, man.
Now Poland, not to go too far off. Now Poland is talking about exiting the EU.
Yeah.
So they're talking about pole exit now. You know.
First
So
Brexit,
Con.
whole exit,
pole exit, Brexit.
Brexit.
You know, because like the brother said, but this is prophecy, man.
Right.
You know, that's going into a kingdom being divided itself and not being able to stand.
That's right.
All right. It says, "For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
right.
Take the millstones and grind mill. Uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh pass over the rivers."
And that's what we doing, man. Hey, uncover the lot. Hey, everything is being uncovered, man.
Right.
Okay, the dastardly deeds of how they're working under the radar, how they acquired their mass riches,
Right.
okay, by slavery, deceit, rape, robbery, and murder. Man, everything, the tarnished history and the embarrassing way of how they got their riches, because the scriptures say, woe to them that get their riches by deceit,
See,
right?
that's right.
They've gotten everything. They didn't get everything that they got that they have right now head up.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, let me get something real quick, brother.
Yep.
Back you up. I'm gonna
Yep.
hold that. Let's go to Sirach. Let me go to Sirach chapter 10, verse 8, because
whenever we want to jump back in through the spirit, I got those things.
We'll get back to it. This is Sirach chapter 10 and verse 8. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another.
That's right. So because you've gotten your riches deceitfully, okay, because the Lord deals, He rather you be head up, man. The Lord doesn't deal with deceit and trickery and sorcery.
And false balances,
And,
man.
and false balances. Yeah.
You know, hey, that's an abomination to the Yahweh by some Yahweh side.
Right.
You know?
Right. And how is Israel going to get the kingdom back, man? All right, they're going to get it back righteously and rightfully by destroying everybody, man. That's how you get a kingdom. You square up, head up, okay, and the victor of that battle, of that war, acquires that kingdom, not by the seats, not by how Esau Edom has been maneuvered.
Yeah, no other. Rulership changes hands through. No king just walks up to his enemy and says, "Here, I'm just going to hand you everything."
Right.
You know, there's going to be a violent transfer of power, man.
That's right.
You know, and rightfully so. But we waiting on Yahweh outside because the scripture says to wait ye upon me until the day I rise up to the fray. So,
what's up, brother? You know you're Israelite?
Yeah.
Okay. What tribe are you from? So-called Negro?
Yahudah, Judah.
Okay.
Portugal and Spain, banished to Angola, and then brought to the Americas.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, brother. See, hey man, our people are waking up. We're not calling ourselves black. We're not calling ourselves African American, which doesn't make any sense at all. And they know that, and they're getting their panties in a bunch, so to say. They're like, oh, the people are waking up. Oh, so they're not accepting being called a color anymore. They're not accepting having no documented history. Their history was brought over here on slave ships, and whatever you've done in America is your history. No, it's not like that.
Right.
Scattered us to the four corners of the earth.
That's right. That's right. That's prophecy, man.
Right.
Yep.
And this being in the valley of the dry bones, the Lord said He was going to raise up a great exceeding army.
Yep.
Okay, and that primarily is taking place in Babylon.
Ezekiel 37.
Ezekiel 37 chapter.
That's right.
All right, nice.
Yeah.
Good to see y'all out here, man.
Yeah, man.
So y'all in a camp?
Yeah, this is our camp, MenOfValor.
What's the name?
MenOfValor.
MenOfValor.
Yep. MenOfValor, South Carolina, man.
Okay.
Yep.
I think I read earlier.
Yeah, we have our main camp is in New Jersey, MenOfValor, so we're basically on the GMS.
Yeah, okay, on the GMS.
Yeah.
One West.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's the doctrine, man. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
I got you, man. Well, man, y'all keep on doing Elohim's work, man. All right.
You already know.
Shalom.
Shalom, man. Shalom. Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, man. Yeah, beautiful.
But that in itself is prophecy. You know. Hey, like I say, man, and that's another reason these elites, like the brother was going into, these elites are petrified, man.
Yeah, they should.
Because the gimmicks and tricks don't work no more.
No.
You know, it's through. That's why the elders always talk about through. Everything is about this place is completely through.
Yep.
Okay?
Yep.
Everything.
That's right.
All right. Thy nakedness, Isaiah 47:3.
Yeah.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
Now, what's that shame, man? We are part of that prophecy coming to pass, man. We are telling you the wicked things and the things that they've paid billions of dollars, maybe even trillions up until this point, to try to sweep under the rug.
Unknown.
All right, they want to take the documentation of slavery out of the schools now.
Yeah.
What kind of stuff is that?
Yeah.
It happened. Oh, are y'all ashamed of it now?
Yeah. Well, don't the scriptures say shameful spewing
Yeah.
shall be on thy glory?
Yeah.
So all this shameful spewing is being done now, man.
That's right.
It's like that Pandora's box. You know, that once that thing is open, it's it.
That's it.
There ain't no putting it back in and get things back together.
Nope.
You know.
Yep.
So y'all are being exposed. Let me get. Okay, this is what I want to get. Psalm 64.
Okay.
Because King David, Malak Dawadah, he prayed to be hidden from these secret counsels, man. All right? This is Psalm 64:1. Hear my voice, O Most High Power. In my prayer, preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
That's right. Hey, and Psalm 17 also talks about the wicked being his sword, man. Being the Most High's sword. So the Lord is going to use the wicked, all right, evil to be a sword to the earth, you know, and to punish his people.
Right.
You know, but hey, Malak Dawadah, you know, understood that through the Spirit and prayed that the Lord keep him from, you know, being a part of the casualties of evil.
Yeah, Khan. So, you know, we, as obviously King David, you know, who will sit on his throne, all right, when the kingdom is reestablished in righteousness up under Yahweh, right? He prayed to be hidden from the secret counsel. So in these last days, you know, brothers is praying, you know, hide me from this enemy, man.
Yeah.
You know, and we, you know, you can go to Psalm 91. You know, we can take refuge underneath the shadow of the Almighty.
Yep.
You know.
Yep.
So we got to be praying.
33.
Yep. Because this devil is getting ready to come so hard. See, a lot of you a lot of you have been lulled to sleep because the bread and circus has still got you, hook, line, and sinker. But you in a catatonic like state spiritually, right? So and you have forgotten because but you think, well, I can go out and I can go out tonight and I can grab a drink, I can get something to eat, I can go do this or that. So you thinking you're free,
Right.
So you thinking, oh, this dude ain't really so bad. I got da. No, man, he's getting ready. That old ancient hatred is getting ready to bubble up to the top, man.
Yeah.
And we can already see through the spirit based on how these so-called leaders are talking, man.
Yeah.
They come, the mask is off, and they coming right out and saying really draconian things.
Oh,
man.
that's beautiful. That's spirit. I was just thinking of that, man.
Yeah.
And draconian laws that he spake as a dragon goes into Draco, okay, which is an Athenian lawgiver, man.
Right.
All right. And most of his laws are punishable by death, and that's what they're going to do, right? They're going to ultimately establish or mandate that MOTB and use death as punishment for not doing it.
Yeah.
And that's a harsh punishment, taking somebody's life just because they're not doing your evil, wicked will. Now, say if this was in the law, statutes, and commandments for them to do anything, which they're profane, lest it be any profane person is Esau.
Right.
Okay, they're profane. They can't. Everything that they do is literally against the scripture. They do it on purpose because it's in them to do it.
Right.
They're the adversary, devil, Satan. Deceiver. They're also known as Satan, the adversary.
That old serpent, man.
Serpent, yeah.
Yeah. And then, like I say, the so-called white man, he's the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan. Man.
Yeah.
And you guys, hey, 2/3 of you Israelites are about to see that, man.
That's right.
And but a lot of y'all, for 2/3 of you, it's gonna be too late, man. You're gonna see it, and you're gonna be like, and then nothing awaits you except death by pain, man.
Yeah, you're gonna get tricked. You're gonna be with your family. This is gonna be just one scenario that might happen. You with your family, and you see some Edomites, like, oh, against white people. You're like, oh, okay, they're gonna help us. And then they take your wife and kids, and they're doing whatever to them, and you're getting your damn face stumped in, and all you seeing is blood, and now you're realizing, oh, this man is a devil.
Yeah.
While you're blacking out, going into the spiritual world, getting your fucking face stumped in, knowing your family is getting ravished, and your wife is getting ravished, and you know what I'm saying? And what the Most High knows what He's gonna do to your children. That's when you're gonna know at that point, when it's too fucking late. That this man is the wicked that the Lord set up, but through the Spirit of prophet, how about Shah? We know that right now.
Right. That's right. Yeah, the Lord. Hey, the Lord. Before you get that, you said something. This is Revelation 13:11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Okay, so right there, like the brother said, Draco, all right, going into his draconian measures, really harsh and severe penalties were enforced, and that's exactly the time we're going into. All right, look, you're already seeing people lose their livelihoods because they don't want to have something forced on them, man.
Right.
And that's wicked. If I'm saying, look, it's your livelihood, or you got to take this stick or this dart, that's wicked as hell, man.
That's very wicked.
Because first of all, this dragon juice isn't even FDA approved yet.
Right.
Second of all, that's coercion, man.
Yeah.
That's forcing someone to do something. Because you have many of us even who would say that we want an exemption, a so-called religious exemption. No, you can't. And it's going to get tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter and tighter until, like you said, the penalty is death, man.
Right.
It won't just be you lost your gig or you can't go into a supermarket.
Right.
It'll be you're going to a forced labor camp, and then you're going to be, whatever's going to happen to you.
Exactly. And that's the times that we're approaching, man. And y'all people out here are not arming yourselves, spiritually departing this place, because we're not saying that we're these tough guys and we're gonna just, whatever happens, I'm gonna fight nail and tooth. I'm gonna take out as many as I can, and I'm gonna die on my sword. No, man, we're dependent on the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. We're dependent on and the water Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. I got my precept back. I was thinking about. I'll bring Ecclesiastes 12 out, but basically we're gonna need this divine intervention, man. The Lord's gonna have to raise up a standard. The Lord's gonna have to raise up a standard to get us out of here.
He's gonna have to, man. Now you seeing these damn robotic dogs, they can literally shoot you, man. So
AK-47.
they strapped. These little dogs are strapped. So drones that are going to be surveilling, you know, and all these things. You say, well, that's only happening over here, that's happening out there in Australia. No, those things are coming right here, man.
Those are beta tests.
Right. We always talk about how they beta test things in certain places to see how that population group is going to respond. Right. So they use places like Australia. You know, they're using Australia to do all kinds of testing.
Land down under, really.
Right. They really getting it down there.
Omen.
Right. They really getting it down there, man.
Yeah.
You know, the UK is getting it.
Yeah.
You know, but all these things, not to belabor it, is coming over here, man.
Yeah. It's coming to the glory of the Chaldees' excellency, man.
Right.
And you got to look. Everything's happening over there in the UK and Australia. Australia is owned by the UK, man.
Yeah,
so that's basically them high-level leaders running the better tests basically on their own grounds.
Yeah.
Because they're hitting the markets. They're out in the woods. They're away from all that.
Yeah.
They're exempt for it, but they want to see it. They want to see how it's going to firsthand. So you know, it's like conducting a test and just looking. You know what I'm saying? Right on the outside to see how it's gonna go. So that's why it says UK, Australia, France. You know, all of those European countries. Man.
And the other thing, just too, real quick, before you read that precept, this is the most heavily armed civilian population on the planet. Okay, so that's another reason they kind of being as methodical as they're being, because they can't just come out and do that. There's too many. Their birthright was the Second Amendment, the right to keep and bear arms. So that's kind of holding it back a little bit as well.
That kind of went against them.
Right. That's going to backfire on them.
You think they're going to take over Texas, the largest state with the most liberal gun laws?
Yeah. They be
most
talking
free gun laws? Come on, man.
They be talking about the S word and leaving the so-called union.
Yeah.
So anyways, you know.
I got some notes on it, bro. Isaiah 59:19. So shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, we just said that the enemy's going to come down, have a great wrath, okay, because he knows they have but a short time, right? When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. And what's that standard, man? Divine intervention. The Lord's going to have the angels that are invisible around us right now to really show themselves. And part of that is going to be giving certain brothers spiritual powers, man. To be able to get out of it, because we're hopeless, man. I mean, we're helpless. We don't have guns. You know, we don't.
We're lacking under sheep
to the slaughter.
Yeah, the scripture says that we're like sheep led to the slaughter.
But what's the power though? The power is the Lord being on our side. That's going to magnify the Lord even that much more, man.
That's right. That's how his name is going to be exalted in this earth again, man. Because when Jake started seeing this thing, and that's another thing, a lot of you unbelievers right now, you know, the scripture says, my people shall be ready and willing in the day of thy power. So a lot of y'all are going to have, for a lot of y'all, literally seeing is believing, man. So you're going to have to see that divine intervention. The brother just read about that standard being lifted. Then you're going to be like, all right, you know what I'm saying? That's how about sitting outside.
And then it's too late.
Yeah.
Because then that spirit probably might turn around and destroy you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You come, unbeliever coming up, I believe now.
Yeah.
You know how, and that's the spirit of the Lord. It's the Lord going to be angry, like, why? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it talks about the Lord mocking at you, when your fear comes, and laughing at your calamities.
Yep, that's right, bro. I got something. It says your enemy, right? When I just read, Sirach 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. All right, and the enemy, okay, the dastardly one, the arch nemesis of the Israelites, of Jacob, is Esau. So that is our mortal enemy, man. All of the nations are our enemy, but that dastardly devil, known as Evil E, the so-called white man, is our mortal enemy. Okay? And it says never to trust our enemy, because it says, for as like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. And I bring this out a lot through the spirit. When iron grabs onto a hole of a metal, it can't be reversed, man. Just as the Most High made Esau, Edom, to be the wicked, all right? When you go into the book of Malachi, it talks about them being the border of wickedness, of whom the Lord have any nation with forever. All right, so you can't trust this man, because he was meant to do what he's gonna do, man. Hey, who will pity a charmer when they're bitten by a serpent? You don't
Now,
wanna be
that's a rhetorical
Good.
question.
Yeah.
Meaning there's an obvious answer to it. Ain't nobody gonna do that, man.
That's right. And then who is the serpent?
Right.
It all comes back. Who's that? Who is that crooked serpent?
Right.
That piercing serpent, Leviathan.
Yeah.
Not the one, not the beast in the sea, but going to Revelation Revelation 12 and 6.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
It talks about we can get
Coming
it.
in like a
It says the old serpent.
Con. That's Revelation 12.
Yeah, that's talking about Esau Edom. That's not talking about an actual snake.
Exactly.
Okay,
Yep.
that talks about the mannerisms that he possessed. He was snake-like, and he was around.
Yep.
We sound like a broken record, but this is the basis that in the milk that our people don't get.
Yeah, exactly. Because it talks about, we don't got to get into it, it talks about the dragon
Yeah.
drawing down the
12 stars
drawing down
with
the
his tail.
stars, which a third. That's
Yep.
talking about him taking out the southern kingdom
Yep.
through the
Yep.
Levine vengeance.
Yep.
Okay, a third of the stars from heaven fell.
That's right.
That's you Israelites, man.
That's right.
Dumbasses.
Right.
And the dragon is Esau.
That's right.
Okay, because at the time,
Yep.
John the Revelator was on the scene. Who was ruling? The Herodians, man.
Yep.
The Herodian dynasty. The Edomites, man.
That's right.
Okay, so, hey,
Yep.
hey, how many times we gotta tell y'all, man?
Right.
Y'all need to go to the correct teachers, man.
Yeah.
Don't be screwing around right now with anybody outside of the elder apostles, the great
Right.
rest on down to every man doing the same, singing the same new song, man.
Yeah, and this is not no game. Just like this brother
Right.
that just came up here,
Right.
he knew he was an Israelite, but that's not it.
Right.
You got to get, if you're a man,
Yeah.
you need to get into this and see if you're apt to teach and see if the Lord is dealing with you to teach. If not, then at least you tried and you got to fulfill your measure some way.
Well,
you can't just sit on this, man.
Tom, but the brother said Elohim when he was
come on,
leaving.
man.
So look, we ain't gonna jump down nobody's throat like that because he was
Right.
sincere.
Now, if it's been a couple years ago.
Right. But you know, I see.
Yeah, he's sincere.
He's sincere.
Yeah.
But he might do a diligent search.
Yeah.
He might do his research. But
Right.
the bottom line is, the scriptures talks about if you're an Israelite male, covet the prophesy, man. Hey, if you're sitting on any kind of talent right now, you better drag your ass out to the highways and hedges and start to teach. You better do that.
You better go on the. I'm talking about even if it's in front of us.
Hey, just
you better try to
get wherever you can get.
Get wherever you can
Get in some public place, man.
Yeah.
You know, because
If
we
you-
know
yeah.
not every brother has access to certain.
Going to
but
the chief
but you
concourse,
can get somewhere, man.
Yeah, somewhere.
Or you could pray to the Lord and just see. You know what I mean? Like it's too late. The game not to know this stuff.
It's too
man.
late. It's too late. It's too late to play around if you know it, man. All right. Yep.
But you was talking about. You was reading about never trust an enemy,
Yeah,
right?
I got some more.
Okay, go ahead, bro.
Verse 11. Though he humble himself and go crouching, what is he known for doing? Humble. Oh yeah. Government aid. Peace. We want everybody to come together. Reparations. Democratic Party.
Right.
Republican Party.
Yep.
Come on.
Yep.
Take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as thou have wiped the looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away, and through the Spirit, like the brother was going into, we are uncovering, the Lord is uncovering the wicked ways of this man. We're looking at him as we're looking through a clear looking glass, man. Scopet, we got right on you, man.
Yep.
We on your ass through the Spirit of power,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
You're not gonna fool any of the elect. If it were possible, they would fool even the elect
Yep.
with lying wonders, man. Who's working is after Satan, man.
Yeah.
This the scriptures always tie into it. It just goes back to the point. Whatever point you're trying to make, there are scriptures on scriptures, line upon line, precept upon precept, going back and forth on what we're talking about. Right now, we're talking about who Satan is and what they're gonna do, man.
Hey, beautiful, because you just said something. I was going to get his workings after Satan.
Okay,
yeah. God, this is 2 Thessalonians. All right, and I'm going to just get right to the point. It says, no, I'll start. All right, 2 Thessalonians 2 and verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not. So right there, let no man deceive you by any means.
That's right.
And who is Esau? The deceiver. Okay? Now the Bible does say the deceiver are his, but the primary deceiver in the earth, what the word devil means.
Right.
The word devil means deceiver.
That's right.
Okay? So it says It's like no man deceive you by enemy. But that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition.
And that's the son of destruction, which Esau Edom.
That's right.
And then look, we already fell away.
Yeah.
There's been a falling away from our power, man.
Yeah.
Hellenization, the dispersing from one corner to the other of the earth, or the four corners of the earth, getting so far away from our power to where it had to take Yahushua on that cross to reconciliate us back, to bring us back.
That's right, man.
He had to sacrifice his beloved son. That's how bad it got. No other sacrifice would do. When you think about it, right?
His precious blood.
His precious blood is what brought us back in this time. That's how far away we got.
Yeah, it's beautiful because, and this is going in, we always say 70 AD, but you know, between 66 and 70 AD, what happened? The southern kingdom primarily was dispersed into northwestern portions of the land of Ham, which is called Africa. Okay, and eventually into the four corners of the earth through chattel slavery, ended over here in Babylon.
That's right.
Right. So totally, like Jeremiah said, discontinued from our heritage. You know, calling ourselves all these proverbs and bywords, and so it took something so colossal, and there ain't even a word for it really. You can't put a word for it. But so now because we know who was behind all that, right? That's the son of perdition. He's been revealed. Okay. It says, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High power.
Above all. And what, we were called after the Most High's name, right?
Yeah.
That includes that. That's what they're doing.
So that ought to piss you off. Right. So that really literally ought to piss you off, man, because he set himself, or that is worship, so that he as the Most High power sitteth in the temple of the Most High power, showing himself that he is the Most High power.
Come on, man. And this wicked man has done that many times, even in small, minuscule points in time where an actual Edomite actually did that. Look at the worst of Antiochus Epiphanes, man. When he took over and he wanted put out a decree for us to profane the Sabbath. We couldn't even call ourselves Jews, man.
You couldn't circumcise your son.
You couldn't circumcise your son.
Day.
Like the brother was saying, you had Jews stoning on foreskins back in themselves.
Yeah.
What kind of shit is that, man? Like, come on, man. Like, and that's part. That's what they do. Like,
and
they're doing it now spiritually.
And they're getting ready to do it physically.
On a high, back
you know
again.
what I'm saying? Because that time of the Maccabees is nigh at hand, man. History repeats itself, man. There ain't no new thing under the sun.
That's right.
Right? It says, "Remember ye not that I was with you," verse 5. I told you these things, and now you know what withholdeth that he might be revealed in his time. Okay, so this is his time of the revealing, man. This is the revealing time. It says, "For the mystery of iniquity doeth already